Good evening. Happy Halloween to those of you scary folks out there. Hi, how are you? Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long. I've missed you all so much. I have. I want to say hello to everybody. Now, I've started off the video and I was posting everybody's comments. So, hello to Michael, Granny Boo, Lynn, little Cindy, Terry Sue's in the house, and everybody's saying hello to everybody. And of course, Tanya popped in, feeling lucky. I had to laugh. Listen, on Fridays at work, it is just chill until January. When January comes up and they're going to have all those 10-hour people, those 4-day, 10-hour people come to work with us on Fridays, I'm not going to like it at all. Right now, it's relaxing. It's so cool. It's so chill. But in January, all the troublemakers are coming back to work. So I'm not real happy about that, but I am so glad to be here. Listen, who says the government is shut down? It's not. It, at least insofar as my job is concerned, it is not. Josephine just showed up in the house. Hey, Josephine. I was just saying hello to everybody. Everybody was posting earlier. And before I went live, I was posting everybody's comments and everybody's hellos. So everybody's now saying hello to you, Josephine. And I hope to keep up with the chat because that's where it's not that I get confused because I don't, because otherwise I sound like the M word. If you know, you know. Which is my first topic of the day. Listen, I asked on the quick little live, my drive to work live, if any of you have any comments and or concerns or any topics. So feel free to post down in the comments if you want me to talk about anything. I've just got something on my mind. Oh, Lynn just said something right here, and I got to address this. First and foremost, no, she's not. And I'll tell you why she's not. I get home today. This is a total surprise to me. I get home today, no communication with Jack, zero. He has the sign on the door saying, beware, new dog in house. I'm thinking, what the Sam Hill does that mean? New dog in house. There's Tanya saying hello to everybody. And Rick is in the house. Hello, Rick. Hi, how are you? So everybody's saying hello to Rick and Michael now. So we have a new German Shepherd in the house. Now, I'm downstairs in the guest room / family room / laundry all-in-one room in my basement. I had to lock this new dog up and away from my live. She's a wild dog. I take that back. It sounds like I have a wolf in my house. It's a German Shepherd. I don't know her name. I just walked in the door. I had to get down here so that I could send to people. And I'll tell you who I sent this message to. And I sent it all to you on Messenger. So I'll tell you who I sent it to, and feel free to come in, and I may have to have Cindy help me. Oh, Cindy's in the house. Add to stage. Cindy, hi. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
I am so glad you're here. Did I do this okay? Listen, you guys, honest to Pete, you think I drank, but I don't. I am just high on life. Seriously. That's okay. I already went to the bathroom before, and Brian's not in the picture, so he's not going to crack me up. Oh my goodness, on Cindy's lives, it's so chill on Fridays that I can laugh where I'm working and nobody really knows I'm laughing, but that Brian kills me. And I really had to go to the bathroom. So as I'm in the bathroom, then I'm sending the message on Cindy's live. It was just funny. Your lives have been totally funny, Cindy. The last couple lives.
It was, well, yeah. Last Friday's was rough, but Wednesday and Friday, and today, I mean, today with Brian, it was good. He's in bed, by the way. So,
So fun. I'll tell you who besides you that I invited. I invited Michael's Adventures because we always see Emily on all of his videos. So I invited him. I invited Dustin. I invited Karen Low Carb Spin. Amy Davis. I invited Lynn 22Q Cat on Messenger, and clearly Cindy came on. So I think I did that right, but I don't know how to do it on this computer, Cindy. I had to use my device to
okay,
copy
next
and
to
paste.
on the bottom of your screen,
Yes?
next to your picture, there should be an invite or share little icon button type with a camera.
Oh, share your referral link? No, no. Okay. It says present or invite.
Invite.
Okay. All
And then
right.
you, what you do is copy the link and put it in the chat.
Okay. So do I do the options that I have says slides and PDFs, extra camera, video file, image file, share screen, or invite guest.
Invite guests.
Okay, got that. I clicked that one. And that's where I copy it. Can you guys see this screen that I see right now?
No.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so copy. I hit the word copy. And then it says how I did it with my cell phone. Gmail, email, or messenger are my only options.
Really? You should
Yeah.
be able to go over to since you copied since you copied the link, you should be able to just go over into the chat and then right click
Okay.
and paste.
Okay, gotcha. I'll do that next. Okay, hang on one
Try that.
second.
Because I
Right,
can't see the chat. Let me
right
see.
click and paste. Okay, and then I'm going to hit that and send it. Now, are you guys able to see that and click on there?
Yep, it's there.
Is it blue? Because on my end, it's black.
No, it's black, but it's underlined. They should be able to click on it if they want to.
Oh, good. So people like Josephine could come on, or Rick could come on, Twin Brook Acres.
Hmm.
Juju can come on.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I'm
Everybody,
not
whoever.
sure. With the free version, I'm not sure how many you can have on at one time. 6?
Six. Yeah, it says six.
Okay.
So, like I saw you on the bottom, we'll see how many people. I have to be attentive, though. I have to be attentive and watch the bottom of the screen. Well, you guys, we'll start off that I have the color. So it's up to you all in the chat to be specific with the color. Now, if you watched my live earlier, I said we're not going to guess black or white because those aren't colors and they're boring. so if you're going to say blue, for example, tell me what kind of blue. Powder blue, navy blue. Do you know what I mean? So start your guessing, and then I will hit the comments and go through them and welcome people like Cindy welcomes people all the time and try to keep up with the chat. Everybody, of course, saying hello to everybody. As opposed to me saying this, is that okay if I just show it, Cindy?
Yeah. I
Okay, good.
can't see it, but
Okay, do you
it's
see
all
where it
good.
says Josephine on the
Yep.
screen? Okay,
Hmm.
good. So yes, Jojo's here all the way from Australia, and Juju's here, otherwise known as Gemmet. I haven't seen you guys in so long. I'm telling you, I miss you so much. And Cindy saying hello to you too. Okay, now we have.
And Lynn,
Oh,
you could just click on it.
yeah. I have never seen Lynn on any of your live. Has she ever been on your live
No,
yet? No. Okay, got it.
no. I have met her, but at the Indiana meetups.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's not gonna. She wouldn't do it.
No. And Michael said no here. So I don't know if that means Michael's going to come on. And Rick, or as Lynn calls him, Ricky, says, "Do it, Lynn."
Come on,
And
Rick, you do it.
come on, Rick, come on down. I am not tech savvy, says Juju. she's got little characters there. Is that laughy characters, Lynn?
Yes.
Little laughs. And there's the link. And Terry Sue said, "My husband is snoring next to me." Tanya, Terry Sue, now I'm in need. I need some decaf. I really thought about having some coffee tonight, but I have some electrolyte water, and then I brought some Waterloo downstairs. So we'll go for an hour. If you guys want to stay longer, you tell me. But the plan is for an hour because you all have lives, and I know Cindy wants to get some sleep tonight. You've been getting a lot of sleep lately, I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. I've been tired. Well, I was so stressed out about the lady across the street for a while. I didn't get much sleep. So now that I'm trying to keep that behind me and just go on.
Exactly.
It's like this is my Afghan right here that I'm working on.
Oh, nice. Are you working on it right now?
No, I have my phone in my hand
Okay.
up on top of the couch.
Oh, gotcha.
This one.
Okay, now we got the colors starting. So Jojo says purple. You would think, because I had to laugh in Cindy's live. I thought about that today as I was getting dressed today. I thought, I'm wearing this purple shirt. Do I wear? No, I'm not going to. So sorry, Jojo. That's not the color. Josephine, not the color today. I have to scroll again.
Well, I can't type, so.
Well, guess your color. Then, if you can't type, you tell us what do you think the color is?
Green.
No, it's not green. Sorry.
That's all right. That's my favorite color. So it don't matter.
Oh, there. Now I know that. And Michael says snoring is bad for your health. Yet my husband has sleep apnea and he sleeps with that mask on his face, which is way less noisy than it used to be back in the day. It used to be, it used to be bad. The CPAP machines used to be super noisy. Okay. We have
Brian has a CPAP, or I would never get any sleep.
uh-huh. Did you ever hear that Inspire where they put it under your skin?
No.
Yeah, Jack was supposed to have that. He had all the tests and everything up to that point of having it inserted at surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took a pill that he wasn't supposed to have that his regular physician gave him, took the pill. The surgeon that was supposed to put the Inspire in found out and said, "I can't do your surgery because you took that pill 48 hours ago," because the primary guy said, "You need to take this pill." So that just totally ticked him off. And Jack's like, choice words, "I'm not going to do this anymore."
Yeah.
It was not good. Okay, I am going to hold off on Josephine's comments for right now. We're going to do some colors. Lavender, that would be a no, Terry Sue. Not that color. The StreamYard invite was in my regular text messages. Good thing I didn't click on it. Well, if you clicked on it, then I'd have you come in here and I'd invite you to talk to me and Cindy. Purple? Nope, it's not purple. I think JoJo guessed purple. And Terry Sue said lavender. Oh,
Orange.
Orange. Nope, it's not orange. It is. Look what's on the screen right now. Look at me on the screen.
What?
Look at this is going to be a very after dark today. Da, da, da. There it is. Look. It's hot.
Oh, Jerry, you got problems, woman.
Listen, I can't do very vivid stuff, but I thought this is appropriate. All it is over my clothes. So, Lynn, you win. Lynn, you win. Lynn, you get the gift card to the Costco. And I need your physical address. Now, I want to go back here.
Now, Rick, aren't you sorry you didn't come in?
I want to go back and show Josephine's comment because she came up with this comment first, which isn't it. She wrote pinky purple, but it's hot pink. So again, specific. So Josephine, I'm sorry, Lynn won because she guessed the hot pink. And that would have been the color that I would have chosen. So we're going to keep that under wraps now because it's a little too much. It's a little bit much. So that was a fun game. So Lynn texted me earlier. So she has my text. And if anybody doesn't have my phone number, I put it out on so many lives so far. Here's everybody, the rest of everybody's guesses. Lavender. I put it on people's lives. I'm not afraid to get phone calls because if I don't know the number, I just don't answer the phone. Mm-hmm. And if I get a text, then you'll have to say, for example, hi, like Lynn did today. Hi, Jerry, this is Lynn. And she texted me while I was at work so that when I was in the bathroom that I read her text earlier. And I am... When I get the blocked calls, it's usually a telemarketer. I just don't even answer those. So I'm glad at least people like Lynn said, this is Lynn during the text. So that was a good thing. Mm-hmm. Yes, the character that I had, I actually made that character on, I don't know how I did, AI. How Cindy, you do the AI thing, but I know I'm not as talented as Amy. Amy does those creative, talented, beautiful videos, and this was just a picture. It did a good job of my face. It made me have straight hair, which I rarely ever straighten my hair. Rarely. Oh, you beat me, Terry, says Rick. Cindy, I can verify I do exist. We can split the prize. Twin. TS. LOL. What's TS? Terry Sue. Oh, got it. Duh, Jerry. Terry Sue. All right, Michael says here, you need to stay on longer than an hour if you want to reach certain goals. See, I have to learn these things from you, Michael. I'm very grateful that you're teaching me all these things. I'll stay on as long as people want to stay on. If people want to drop off because sleep is important, I get it. I understand. And speaking of sleep here, Lynn says, no, I don't have a life, but I'm usually up before the chickens. I'm usually up before the chickens anymore. That's too early. Wow. Nope, it wasn't a nude color, Tanya. Tanya, don't forget, you need to send me your address. Terry Sue said it will be easier to wake up early after the time change. That's true. True that, Tanya. LOL. Terry Sue said my husband snores soft, no apnea. Wow, no, my husband snored hard. Jack said that I snored really bad when I weighed over 300 pounds. Well, yeah, as I was laying there, I could barely breathe, no doubt. Well, did you ever snore, Cindy?
No.
You were a snorer, yeah. I
Nope.
would gurgle. And then because I drank milk back in the day, it would just be nothing but phlegm. It was that ugly noise, no doubt. A chartreuse. I think that would be the color. Isn't hot pink chartreuse?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have a color wheel on me. Terry Sue. Uh Juju said, Terry Sue, I don't know about that. If I set the clock back an hour and 5 a.m., it'll be 4 a.m. Yep. Yeah, that's Saturday. We set our clocks back. So Sunday we wake up, fall back. Spring forward, fall behind. Yeah, that's the thing. She's laughing at me. Juju's laughing. 4 a.m. becomes 5 a.m. That's true. Yep, it was hot pink. Oh my word, I got it. Yeah, and I got to get your address because last time when you won, it was money and I PayPal'd you. That's easy. So Rick saying, congrats, Lynn. Hilarious. Jojo says, awesome. 5 a.m. Turn back to 4. Can I sleep longer? I'll be sleeping longer. That's Dustin's live. Yeah, I might be sleeping longer. Now, typically I set the alarm for Saturday to wake up at 5 minutes to 5 because I watch Kelly's video when it hits at 5 in the morning. Okay. Julie says, Terry Sue, LOL. I have that bra. It looks lacy. Yes, it is. It's a lacy. Lacy. They can leave you running if they need to step away. That's true. Max is keeping an eye on Cindy. LOL, so cute. Where's Max? Cindy,
He's
where?
walking around,
Oh.
pacing the floor. You get if you listen real close, you'll hear him click. He's right there,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
next to me on the. He's on the floor by the couch.
I'll listen to him when you're doing the lives. I hear the toes on the floors, hardwood floors. Click, 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 click.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let me see if I can.
The baby.
Able to do it. He just walked away.
Yeah. Oh, so sweet. And Jojo says, yes, why I stopped coffee, the dairy made me phlegmy. Ain't that the truth? 100% here. Very, very phlegmy. Oh, speaking of phlegmy, that's what I'm doing in November is no dairy because right after Thanksgiving, that's when I start the 40-day fast. So I'm just going to go heavy duty meat as much as possible. 150, 200 grams of protein. That's going to be a lot of protein, no doubt. But no dairy, which is going to be easy because once I fast, then I don't have anything but 12 ounces of coffee. That's the only thing I ingest that's different. I don't do bone broth. I take the electrolytes, the rock salt underneath my tongue if I feel like I'm hungry or if I'm getting a headache. But yeah, the big fast is coming up, folks. Oh my goodness. Michael says the time changes are childish. We go 24/7 now. It's not needed. Yeah, well, I think so too. I don't like the time change. People don't do well with the time changes.
Yeah, they never bother me.
No.
Either way, whether it's spring forward or fall back, it's just after being through it for 67 years, it's like, who cares?
I hear you. Tanya said, I'm often guilty of the Irish goodbye, but if I leave you running, didn't get any sleep last night. Ooh, not good. Not good. I already changed my bedroom clock, said Terry Sue. And Rick is saying, hi, Kitchen Witch. Okay, hey, Rick. She's saying back. Michael says, I need to change my car's clock. Everything else is auto. That's true. I have to do my car as well. And Julia says that she didn't get much sleep either. Terry Sue, if I could turn back time. Don't sing, Jerry. Don't sing. Kitchen Witch. Going on only 4 hours, but I have off tomorrow, sleeping in. Good. LOL, Julie. Okay, good. I am all caught up with the chat. Wow, that's progress. And it's only 26 after the hour. Okay, I got to get to the first topic. It was about Amy's. Did you get a chance, Cindy, to watch Amy's last video that she just posted tonight?
I did not.
Yes, it's a precursor. It's about stress and all the hoopla and drama that have been happening in the morning hours. If you know, you know.
Mitch.
Yes. Oh,
I haven't watched any of them, but I have been on his a couple times, and it's most of the time so negative that I just can't. It's no, I can't.
I feel so sorry for him. I feel bad. He's a old guy carnivore. What is he? 79. Been divorced twice. Lived separate from his kids. Had the business taken over by a big computer entity. So he's been through a lot. As many of us all have our own stories.
Hey, that's the same age as the woman across the street.
Oh, must be. Oh, man.
We should hook them up.
I don't know if I don't know if he wants a woman. He's been talking kind of naughty lately, in kind of a subliminal. It should be like Mitch After Dark at 6 o'clock in the morning kind of stuff. But I knew who he was talking about when he was talking about it, and Amy, of course, Amy knew. But in my opinion, of whatever has just happened and transpired this last couple weeks, totally unnecessary, because what it ended up to be was everything's back to normal now. So it was a whole lot of drama for nothing. It's almost like he reminded, because my great uncle is now deceased, of my great uncle. Mannerisms, old crabby Jew. And that's not a religious dig, by the way. He's just very negative. You're right, Cindy. He is. And it's not funny anymore. I enjoyed the chat and being able to interact with people. And he wants people just to sit and listen to him. And I love this interaction we have with people. But it just got to be way too much drama. And I can't either. So I concur and agree with Amy and you, Cindy.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with how he came back from the stroke. But that's about it. It's hard. There's too much garbage in this world to make yourself sit and watch somebody on YouTube that's going to be nothing but negative.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, no, it just makes things a lot harder to deal with.
Right. I know there's a few of us, like Julie just put down in the comment here, that of course she watched, and you can't mention, no, it's not necessarily God. You can't talk about one's faith there. And many of my friends, I used to be a Catholic too, a Catholic also. Like you said, we went to Catholic grade school, high school, et cetera, et cetera. That's all I knew growing up. And it's not the Catholics against the Jews against the Lutherans, none of that stuff, but you can't mention Jesus. And he had what he construes as PTSD because somebody attacked him stating he must call on the name of Jesus to be saved. Well, that's a biblical thing, and he's a Jew, and that's causing his PTSD is what he says is the problem. So if people get up and say John 3:16 and put that on his chat, somebody can say that on my chat. That's perfectly fine. I'm in agreement with that. But the only thing I don't allow on the chat is the big F word. You can say shit, shite. I don't like GD.
What
I
the
shouldn't say,
hell?
or what the hell? Yes. I don't like GD and I don't like the big F word. But you can say fire truck because it starts in F and ends in UCK. Fire truck is allowed.
I'll tell you, my grandson, when he was little, he had a hard time with TRs. And he saw a truck up on a hill. And I'll just tell you, he said the F word instead. And we're sitting in the middle of Wendy's, my husband, Brian, and me, and our grandson, who was maybe a year and a half, maybe 2. And he's pointing and he's like trying to say truck, and it ain't coming out truck. And it's as loud as anything throughout Wendy's. It was crazy.
One of my cousins, remember that song? I don't even know who sang it. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Well, my cousin couldn't say ST. So he would say F. So here I am. And he would sing F in the middle with you. And he would sing that song, like you said. We'd be in Walgreens and above an intercom, he's singing it. It's like, oh, my other cousin, what did your child just say? Couldn't say ST. Stuck. He's stuck on ST.
Yep.
Yeah. Here everybody was chiming in about Mitch here. And Lynn says, I don't watch Mitch, so I don't even know anything about his channel. It seems like a lot of drama just from everybody talking about him. Absolutely. And Lynn, it was all unnecessary because what had been decided from his little panel yesterday in his little group, his private group, was the same concurred. Everybody concurred and said, Mitch, don't pay attention to the chat. And he watches the chat, and that's when he gets sidetracked. And then if he sees the word Jesus on there or John 3:16, he loses his ever-loving mind and just goes completely off. And of course, October was the holy high holidays for the Jewish people. A lot of the holidays were this month. So I was thinking, well, maybe that came into play for him and his mind. I don't know. Far be it for me to try to figure myself out in my own life, let alone figure out Mitch. Shoot.
You would think he would be. See, before my dad died, when he got sick and he had his major heart attack, he was 50. Before that, my dad had such a short fuse about a lot of things. He'd throw a bad ball bowling. He would come back cussing and kicking things and hitting things. But after he got sick and was able to go back to bowling and everything, he was so calm and actually funny. Because I think he knew that at that point life was way too short to be so nasty. And you would think after Mitch went through the stroke and came back from that that he would have mellowed some, but he hasn't. And it was that amazed me, I think, more than anything. Because I saw, like I said, I saw my dad do a complete turnaround. And he didn't have a stroke. He had a major heart attack and serious surgery and 8 hours open on the table. And when he got through it all, I think he appreciated life a lot more and, wanted to live it happily. He only had, as it turned out, he only had 6 years left that he didn't know.
Mm.
And, he just did such a complete turnaround. And it was so impressive to me as his daughter. And, I said, I was 25 when he died. When he had his heart attack, I was 20. And to see him do this change, it was so welcomed, because he wasn't mean to me or to us kids. He was just, he would get mad easy, It was just, it was refreshing when he, it's too bad it took a heart attack to get him to do it, but it was very refreshing that he came out of it almost a new person, a more fun person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More often than not, when people are faced with that type of trauma, health trauma, like your father,
Mm-hmm.
or Mitch in this case, that we're talking about him, you would think that people would, like your dad, to have a total turnaround, and that Mitch would say, "Thank God, I could have been in a hospital bed and completely flaccid on one side, but he bounced real well back."
That's what I said. That impressed me about him and his recovery. I reached out to him before he even had a stroke to come on my channel. And he's like, "Well, I need to check out your channel first." I'm like, "Okay." I never heard another word.
Yeah. And he did the Dave Mack one last week. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
He did, what is her name? Julia. He did a live with her. She's a carnivore coach.
Juliet.
Thank you very much. He did a live on her show. And I don't know if he ever did one with Rick. I don't know. Rick, his big 8-hour lives that he does. I obviously I don't watch them for all 8 hours. Sometimes I'll be scrolling through, I'll vacuum or throw a load in the washing machine. I'll be, oh, Rick is still going strong at 6.5 hours later.
Yeah, I can't. Like,
I'm
I can't
surprised
sit
he's not.
there. I can't sit there the whole time and watch. And
Right. I'm surprised he's not monetized yet.
he doesn't want to be.
Wow.
He hasn't turned that feature on. He could be, I'm sure.
Ah.
He doesn't want. He doesn't want to be.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny. Michael right here wrote Mitch who? See, Michael doesn't know who he is.
Well, yeah.
And then Lynn says, "Well, there's two of us who don't know him." That's true. A lot of people that are thinking that they didn't know him after all the drama.
Right.
Yeah, Terry Sue, she spoke here. Mitch was a staple for a lot of us for a couple of years, but he's made YouTube seem so difficult and always wants money for his efforts. I get it in a way. That's true, I do. But yes, Cindy, he should have mellowed. Yep, he should have mellowed.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
I mean, he should have been so thankful that he came through that.
Mm-hmm.
and realize that, life is too short to be this way.
Right.
It's just, it's not fun to watch somebody like that, you know? Like, I'm sure it wasn't fun to watch me last Friday night boo-hooing about my life and how
I,
it was. And
I was at work crying, and somebody asked, Jerry, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, it's that tooth. That was my excuse, but I was boo-hooing for you.
I feel, I don't feel bad that I did it. I felt bad for everybody else, you know, that was joining me. And that's why tonight I said, I need to apologize. I felt the need to apologize. And everybody's like, nope, don't apologize. It was like, I don't know. It was just, it was hard, but it was something I kept saying that I was going to do in a video. And instead, because I didn't have any guests last week, and I'm like, I don't want to just not do a live stream. But next Friday I won't be. But I don't know what prompted me to do that, and but it's all good. I
Yeah,
feel better that I got it all out. I'll say that.
that's exactly what I was going to say. You had to get it out. And sometimes,
Hang on. The phone's there. I just had to move.
oh, that's fine. I'll talk while you get your phone straightened out. Sometimes you just got to get it out. And I've bounced things off of you before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How we handle stuff is different because I know you were sorry and you were apologizing to everybody, but I look at it like girls got to get it out. That's perfectly fine. You don't need to apologize to me, but I know how you feel.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. I I think what happened with the neighbor just overwhelmed me so much that everything just came flooding in, and I had to release all that because it was just like it was going to overwhelm me if I didn't.
Hmm.
So, the girl that I have been bowling in tournaments with, she says to me on our last trip, she said, "You really got to let her go because she's not worth it. She's not worth you being aggravated and all of that." And the funny thing is, she's the one that the other one doesn't get along with. And the reason she got upset in the first place was when I told her I was going to be going to bowl in this other tournament in Vegas in May with this other lady. And that's why the one across the street got upset.
Mm.
And, but I got blocked and unfriended and blocked on Facebook. But the other woman is still on her friends list.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
figure that out. That's like,
Oh, you ain't joking. Michael's Adventures wrote here that he gave plasma this morning. I'm surprised you haven't fallen out yet, Michael. I know you wanted me to get to the drawing yesterday because you wanted to take a nap. You're like, hurry up, get to the drawing, Jerry. But I'm very grateful that you're here right now, Michael. But I thought that takes a lot out of a person giving the plasma. I think that, at least my understanding from talking to Michael, and another one of my cousins give plasma too, and it always wipes them out. I never gave plasma, so I don't know the feeling that you get.
I've never donated plasma, so I don't know.
I donated blood before, but not
Yeah.
plasma. No.
Same.
Terry Sue says it's weird that there are so many doing streams but don't have many watchers yet. It just takes time. That's like Amy's channel. Amy's got a small amount of people. As talented as that girl is, and she's everywhere. I'm surprised she doesn't have something like 26,000 people following her. I don't get the algorithms. I'd far be it from me to understand YouTube because I surely don't.
Yeah, people used to question me, and I'm not by far a big channel. You and I are pretty close in subscribers, Jerry, and it's like I don't sweat it. It was great. It's great to be monetized, but you don't make that much. You
Yeah,
really don't.
and
If it
Aaron,
wasn't for the memberships that I have, that I treasure, trust me. Um, the piddly stuff you make on Google Ads, which is how you make your money on YouTube, it's not worth half of the aggravation that you have to go through to get a video up. It took me a full day of multiple attempts to get my last video up.
oh my.
And it's like it's such, and I enjoy what I do, or I wouldn't continue. I love the live streams because interacting with the chat is awesome for me. And meeting the people that come on the Friday live streams typically is great, and hearing their stories. But the other videos, and I mean, they're so small, and it's just what I eat, to keep this sustainable for myself and for Brian, is it can be such an aggravation to get that thing posted. And, people that don't have a channel don't understand that. And, so it gets a little aggravating sometimes for creators when they're trying to put their content out and they're having issues with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having issues because everything I do, with the exception of the live streams, is on my phone. I don't even know how much battery life I have on my phone now because I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so if I disappear, it's because my phone died.
If all of a sudden your screen goes black, okay, Cindy lost power.
Yeah,
Well,
I lost everything. Yeah, my phone.
now you interviewed a couple weeks ago. Julie's saying here that there's so many carnivore channels, and I think there's one out that a lady that does the crochet. Isn't that Crochet Grandma? She does the lives almost every day.
Yeah, Grandma's Crochet Corner. Her name is Barbara.
Barbara, yes.
She is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
She has lost. She had done carnivore a while back, and she went off and gained a lot of the weight back, and knew she needed to do something. And she's so sweet. But she's getting out, and she was walking with a walker and a cane. Now she's just taking walks every day without any assistance. She's recording her walks every morning. She goes live every night and crochets while she's talking on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think her channel, I don't even know for sure, but I think her channel originated just as a crochet channel. But she grew quick. I mean,
Yes.
she got monetized fast.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, like I said, a lot of that is people from the crochet world. And then carnivores came in because she was really putting out content about being carnivore and all that for a while. And she's sticking with it. She's lost over 100 and something pounds. She's got quite a bit to go.
Right.
She's doing fantastically.
Mm-hmm. And Michael's a big help to me because I met him from the YouTube channel where all the new
Yeah, Tuber
YouTubers.
Chat.
Yeah, that's it, Tuber Chat.
Mm-hmm.
And generally speaking, all of us a proper human diet or health that I have gone on the health regimen for eating to lose weight and to regain our health back have all met there. I've all met here all together. So we all have a lot of common things in common here. I enjoy Michael and his little tips and tricks that he gives me. Sometimes I feel so bad because I'll miss the Tuber Chat. I can't get it for maybe I'm cleaning my house because I work second shift. Sucks to see a lot of stuff. It really does. So I have to be sneaky. Like I had my phone by my machine when I was watching you guys earlier, but there was a little crowd today at work, so I could do it. Monday through Thursday, not so much. Too much drama with the bosses, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael's
Tonight, I thought Brian was going to lose his mind laughing.
Yeah. Michael's saying here he doesn't do lives, that he doesn't have any problems with posting or premieres. He does a lot of the premieres. And I enjoy watching the little woodland creature, Emily, that he features on his channel. Well, that's like Aaron's channel too. Aaron is so different. It's always something, boom, 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 something going on all the time.
With all those kids, there's got to be something always going on.
And like Amy says, I can't watch it at night because I'm trying to wind down. I'll tell you, people that their voices put me to sleep is Dustin and Steve, Keto Steve, Series Keto. Those two voices, I have to turn on their videos and I fall asleep right away. And it's their voice, it's the audio that makes me tired. It's not them. It's nothing personal. It's just their melodious, harmonious voices, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got those voices too.
Yeah, they do.
I'm posting all the comments as we're all talking here so everybody can see. Fishing.
Yeah, I have to look through the bottom of my glasses.
Oh, you have bi or trifocal?
Well, they're actually just readers because I've had cataract surgery in both eyes. But I got so tired of putting glasses on and taking them off that I got glasses. The top is just plain, basically. The bottom part is for reading. So they're like bifocals, but.
Got it. I had cataracts too of both eyes. So more often than not, or how you saw me today at work, I'll just wear the safety glasses. But for reading, this is fine. The print is bigger. But reading books or reading the Bible with that tiny little print, ooh, yeah, I need cheaters for sure.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where I was, and after my surgery, and I got tired of putting glasses on and taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. I'm like, I'm going back to glasses. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I've had them since I was a teenager. It's like, who cares?
Yeah, the cataracts really helped me. The cataract surgery really, really helped me. But they gave me the lenses so that I could see far away for driving. Because
I can too. Like I said, I can take these off and see everything out there. Mm-hmm. But this on my phone, especially, it's really tiny. So to put these on, because the bottom part is what I need to look through, it's like. That's why I wear the real little ones. I just wear readers when we're on the live stream.
Yep.
So I'm not looking through the bottom of my things.
Yeah, they're talking about Barbara's channel right now and Aaron's channel. Aaron she's got a good heart about her and all those kids. God bless her with I've never seen her husband on any of the videos, always the kids and the animals.
Right.
Well, then you guys have seen Jack in just a very few. I can count on one hand the few times you've seen Jack on videos.
Yeah, in fact, I think the last time is when you guys were going to do live streams together.
Hmm.
I think it happened once.
Yeah, when we were on the porch talking about how we met each other.
Yep.
Yep. I think Jack would be good talking, doing his own channel, talking truck driver stuff. And I think he would gain a big audience of all the old truck drivers. They'd have a lot in common because they love to talk. But no, he just doesn't do it. Not to mention his eyesight now with the, that whole other drama he's got with the eyes. But yeah, he's a crabby one too, and he's 76. But he shouldn't take it out on everybody. I didn't cause your macular degeneration or your kids, or don't be mean to all of us about it. It's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate, Jack. It's unfortunate, Mitch. But let's be happy, or find some semblance of happiness in our lives.
And Jerry, I feel bad. It's unfortunate for you to be going through that. And it's there are times in some of your videos where you just totally have a meltdown. It's like I just want to reach through there and grab hold of Jack and just shake him and say, "What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm. I know
You're
it's
like,
tough, or I have a moment where I think about something. I'm thinking about talking about something on a live, and then I think about a discussion or argument I had just as I left the house, and then I go off on some tangent and like, stay focused, just stay strong, stay strong. But that's the problem. I enjoyed real estate and being with people and all the camaraderie. That's why I enjoyed this whole YouTube thing so much, because I love you all and engaging with people. In the factory, I don't love those people. It's a good job that pays well, and I don't have to drive from Timbuktu to Timbuktu and show 200 houses and not
yeah,
get paid until I get to a closing. But up here is way different than selling Milwaukee real estate. Milwaukee real estate's a whole different market. Up here in farms, me and farms, no, I don't think so. No, ain't gonna happen. No way. So, but I wanted a job to get me out of the house, to stop eating, and had good benefits. I commuted from my house to Milwaukee for many years and sold real estate that way. But it just got to the point I didn't want to deal with the snow and the elements, and the traffic was getting worse and worse. I said, I'll find a little piddly job where I can make a lot of money and just work with my hands. But the drama part of it and the ignorant people, I don't mix well with those people. No, but I love you all on the YouTube. I love you all on the YouTube.
I have said for quite a few years, with all the avenues out there to learn from, be it the internet or just by reading, there's no room for stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to work at the Gap distribution center. So I had a warehouse job like you do. And I worked in order filling for the Gap stores. They brought this they brought this one supervisor in, or manager, or whatever his title was, right off the street. And there were so many people that were so qualified to move up within the company. He had just retired from the military, and nothing against military. I commend everybody and I thank everyone for their service and all of that. This guy, and let me tell you, this was a production job. We had to meet 100% production with very fine line for accuracy. And my production rate was 150.
Mm-hmm.
The accuracy rate was so little, and within the guidelines of 100% production. So I excelled in both areas. Well, this guy thought he comes in and he was following me around one day. And I'm like, it got aggravating, and I went to my supervisor. I said, can you just get him off my back? I said, it's not like I'm standing around doing nothing, and this guy knew my work record, of course, and he's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. He was such a gung ho, you know, guy, because he had been a sergeant in the army. And he comes in there like he's going to rule with that fist again. I'm like, no. You know, if you want to follow somebody around, check the stats of all the employees and follow the ones around that aren't cutting it and find out why they can't make it. I was so aggravated. I'm like, dude, get off of my back. It
Mm-hmm.
was just nuts. But it wasn't long. He didn't last there long because he had such an attitude about things. They got rid of him as quickly.
Yeah, but as you're telling that story, that's what I'm thinking about. Somebody that's very similar. Old
Hmm.
military guy at my job here too.
Yep. It's great to bring people in if they're going to respect the fact that the employees have been there longer and don't step on their toes. Even
Mm-hmm.
though you're above them in status, that doesn't mean you're above them as a human being. And don't treat them that way.
It
That's crazy.
courtesy, just courtesy across the board. At least I'm finding, if somebody next to me needs a screw or a part or something, they'll say, "Jerry, hand me that part," and then I'll hand the part, and they don't say thank you, kiss my nose, nothing. I'm like, wait a second, huh? They're just zero courtesy. No, I mean just common sense. Oh, you guys will love this story. You normally, Christmas parties for companies, and we have a Fortune 500 company. YouTube doesn't allow me to say the name of my company. Of course, we know that, but we get this thing posted on the bulletin board saying the Christmas party will be held wherever, it's a place to be determined, and it's going to be a bring your own dish to pass Christmas party. So they're going to have a venue. You buy your own drinks, your own soda, et cetera, but you bring a dish to pass. I don't want that kind of shenanigans. I've worked for you all year, and you can't spend, let's say, $20 up north here in Milwaukee or in up north Wisconsin. It's cheap. $25 a person to have a buffet, maybe. You can't spend $50 for me and my spouse to go out to eat per person for what we have 125 employees in the plant. No. So they have this little sign up sheet. And after this last hoopla meeting where they said they're canceling the 10-hour days, people got so mad they started erasing their name off of the Christmas party list. First, it's shenanigans to even say we're going to have a party, but you bring your own food. And you guys know I don't eat a lot of that stuff that people will eat. They'll put crap in food, or oh, we have this old ground beef from our refrigerator. We'll take that for the potluck. No, I don't want your junk. I know how I am cooking, but I don't know how their cooking is or their
That's
attitudes.
when they do that with bowling parties. Everybody brings something. I bring what I know I can eat.
Right.
And I don't touch the rest of it, but the stuff that I bring goes with everybody else. And it's funny because they're not keto, they're not any shape, way, shape, or form on proper human diet, but yet they partake in everything that I burn.
Hmm. Well, they clearly know you're a good cook too, though.
Nah,
No, you don't think
I
so?
wouldn't go that far.
But I'll tell you, our the stuff that I see you make, it looks appetizing to me.
It's easy.
It's all
I don't
easy
do
food.
anything entailed
Uh,
unless
hey,
I make some of Chris's recipes. Then it's like there's a bit of entailment there.
listen. Ever since I've gone as balls to the walls with this carnivore, it's so simple. No wonder the husband's writing letters like this saying I suck in cooking. It's like, come on. Oh,
And
oh,
I heard you read that letter that day, and I'm like, what? I would be,
amazing.
well, you can make your own fries and you can make your own everything because I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
I
tell you,
I made him.
regardless of how old he is.
Yep, he's as old as Terry Sue's husband. I have that here. She wrote
I
that.
was just reading that, and
Yep.
Terry Sue's husband doesn't even have a cell phone.
Yeah, it does have a cell phone. Super old school. He's
Very
76.
old
Jack
school.
76. Yep. It's just that age. And when I met and married Jack, I never had a problem succumbing to taking care of him and doing all the ironing and all the old school stuff because that's how I was raised. But you're going to be a poo head to me, and I didn't do anything to deserve it. I'm. You can set your clock to me leaving and coming and going. If I leave early, it's because I got a Mayo appointment or a physical therapy appointment. If I come home late, it's because I work 2 hours overtime. So I either come home at 9:30 or I come home at 11:30.
Yeah.
It's always 2 hours late. But as far insofar as uh, uh, hooking up or doing shenanigans after the end of my shift, please. The only place I stop is Quick Trip on the way home. Oh, I don't like any of these guys I work with, let alone think about them in a relationship. Ah,
Yeah.
no,
Lynn just put
no.
a comment up. I guess Jack will have to open a diner like Brian did.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Oh, that was
Oh,
funny.
Lord, it's too good.
Man, I'm missing all the chat here. Yeah, technology. The husband doesn't have his cell phone either, but he has an old cell phone of mine that he uses for the internet here in the house that he catches up with his Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I have a brother in law who is, see, my sister is 76. He's 84. And he is on his cell phone all day and all night till he goes to bed.
mhm,
He constant. He can't put the thing down. 84 years old. It's
wow.
like, good Lord.
And that's the same with Jack on my old phone.
Mhm.
He's on that thing constantly. And you think, I mean, he does do the plowing in the wintertime and he'll cut the grass and all that, do the leaves, crushing the leaves and what have you. But
Mhm.
anything else, pick up the vacuum cleaner. I can barely count on one hand after my surgeries the times he's vacuumed my house. And that's an easy thing to do. Ay, chihuahua.
Yeah, Josephine, yes, Twinbrook Acres is also Rick.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for
Absolutely.
calling.
That's fine. He just was leaving.
Oh, Rick's leaving. Bye, Rick. Bye,
Yeah.
Rick.
I set the chat on the side. So I've got your picture and then my picture and then the chat and it's so little. Everything's real little.
Yeah, tiny. I didn't make our pictures big because I don't know if I make our pictures big if I lose the chat.
Mhm.
And I don't know like how Aaron and Amy has the chat on the screen, but they don't use StreamYard though.
Oh, I can put it on the screen too. I don't know. Um, but when you do that, it blocks, like, it would block the guest that's on.
Right.
As I had clicked on it one time and I unclicked it right away because it was like blocking half of the guests. So it was like, no.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
I
why
don't want to. Right, I agree.
that's why I try to go through it, you know, as much as I can with a guest on, but I'm pretty good about getting through all of them when it's just me and Brian.
Yeah, I like doing the. Michael had said something about his premieres. I like doing those and seeing a lot of those because then you can interact with people and still
Hmm.
watch the videos. Those are okay to do. But I haven't put any content to make any videos just because I've been so stinking busy at work, really.
Hmm.
And I do enjoy these lives. I do enjoy it, not only my live, but your lives, Amy's lives, interacting with, listening. Even if I can't watch you guys sometimes, just listening, I love it. Love, love.
Now you keep listening to Brian's guinea giggles, you're gonna.
He
The
giddy,
guy has got an issue, I'll tell you.
giddy giggles. That's funny. Now, does he get that way when he gets hungry?
No, he is such a happy-go-lucky person. You know, we spend every moment of every day together because we're both retired. When we go somewhere, we're usually together. But in the house, he spends a lot of time in the garage. I spend a lot of time in the spare bedroom where I do my eBay listing and packing orders and all that kind of thing. It's like he's been in bed for a while. I've been out here waiting for this one to relax, which he has. He's
Hmm.
right by the couch on the floor. And then I go to bed. He winds up getting up early with the dog. And, you know, but it's only when, but Brian is just, he takes everything in stride. And I love that about him because I will stress out about things. But when he was diagnosed with this movement disorder that he has, I would have lost my mind if it was me. He takes everything in stride
Hmm.
and he has such a positive outlook about it, and it is true. I mean, what he has could be so much worse. There are so many people that are way worse off than him.
Hmm.
And even, I mean, his diabetes, being diagnosed at the age of 2.
Hmm.
He's 63 years old. He's been type 1 diabetic for 61 years.
Hmm.
And he's so good. It's when we moved to Kentucky 4 years ago, when we went to register our car, they have a wall of license plates to choose from, whether it's just the generic plates or they have all these vanity type plates. And he saw one with a horse's head on it, which is cool and it's great for Kentucky. But then I spotted one, find a cure for diabetes. And
Ah.
I said, Brian, I said, that is what we need to get because it can't come soon enough. And I'm not talking type 2. It would be awesome to find a cure for type 1
Hmm.
because we all know type 2 can be cured with the way you eat,
Right, reversed.
but type 1 can't be. And it's like back in the day, it was a death sentence, you know? It and now even that can be so controlled. but to actually find a cure would be, whew, it would be amazing.
Uh, he looks very healthy to me,
He
considering,
is.
yeah, considering he's had this all of his life,
Mhm.
obviously, and he just got a glow about himself. Brian, whenever I see him, he just looks like he's just a very blessed man. And
Yeah.
the two of you just work so well together, and it's admirable to see that us viewers watching you guys so much in love. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we have our moments. We just don't bring them on camera.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hear you.
he um he can he can be exasperating sometimes. I think the only problem we really have is the lack of communication, and to me that is so important, and to him, eh, not so much. He's
Mhm.
really a very quiet person, and he will think about things, and he won't clue me in. And then he'll go and react on those things he's thinking about still without including me. And I feel, hey, dude, why are you leaving me out?
Mhm.
It's like I tell him every move I make. If I'm going somewhere, like if I go to bowling weekends, tournaments with Shirley or somebody, everything. I tell him everywhere we go to eat, what time we got to the hotel, everything. I have to drag things out of him sometimes.
Uh,
That's the only thing that I could really complain about with Brian. But after 21 years, you would think I would be used to it.
mhm.
But I he is a fantastic person, and I feel blessed because he chose me.
Mhm. And you guys absolutely complement each other from what we see on
Mhm.
YouTube on video. And that's the way it should be. I don't like the fact that mine said what he said to me 5 days after my surgery. Get out and go to a hotel. Who says that to somebody the fifth day after surgery? You don't. I wouldn't say that to you if I'd be at your house, and you're my friend.
I would have kicked him.
Yeah, well, I couldn't get out of bed. Bad hip here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put
Woo.
your anti blood clot socks on. What? You go to a hotel? What? No, you don't say these kind of things. I'm
No.
sorry that you're losing your vision, but don't take it out on me. Oy vey. Oh, Julie says, I have to go. It was fun. Thank you, Jerry and Cindy and friends. Well, thank you for coming. Julie, my friend, thank you so much. Everybody, thanks for coming. You guys
Yeah.
have been a total breath of fresh air for me, and I've missed you all so much. This work thing is hard. Second shift sucks. I'm just
I don't.
debating.
I
I'm
used to run a retail store, so I would be there 12 hours a day, and that was rough.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, yeah, no. I am so glad to be retired and not have to worry about it.
Terry Sue sounds like she could be my sister too. Often I hear or I read her comments like here she says, "My husband doesn't know anything where anything is in our house. So spoiled my own doings." Yeah, I that's the way I think it should be that way. But
Mhm.
right now we've just got a bit of a I don't know, how do you say it, speed bump right now in our relationship.
So
27 years, just a speed bump. But it's nothing that you have to go down to the courthouse and file divorce over kind of thing. You know what I mean? None of that. But doggone it, that man is stubborn.
mhm.
Oof.
It's funny because with Brian, like he'll unload the dishwasher, and there's things where he'll put them away and not necessarily in the right place, and then I go looking for them. It's like, all right, what'd you do with this? What'd you do with that? But he is the biggest help around the house.
Mm.
We share cleaning chores around the house, and it's like I am allergic to dust when it's moving around. So he does the dusting. When I'm in another room, he'll do that room, a different room, and we do it that way. I clean the bathrooms and the floors most of the time. I do the cooking unless I'm not home and then Brian's diner is open for business.
Yeah.
But and then we both do the dishes. Some stuff gets put in the dishwasher, things that I have to wash. He dries and puts away, and we work together.
Mhm.
My niece, my niece asked my sister Deb, her daughter, asked her. He said, "Did Howard, which was Debbie's husband who passed away, did he ever do any house cleaning or anything?" And Debbie said, "Not really."
Mhm.
And Debbie says, "But Brian does a lot for Cindy." And my niece says to her mom, "How'd she get so lucky?" I don't know. Might have been, third time's the charm thing.
Yes, same here too. Exactly.
Mhm. That's
Things
my
are.
TV, Michael. Sorry. I'm watching bowling.
Oh, yeah, I hear.
Another show came on. It got loud.
I used to watch when I was a little girl all the time with my dad watching a show called Bowling with the Champions. Do you remember that? Did you ever see that show?
I've seen Bowling for Dollars. I've seen
Bowling for Dollars,
all
yes.
kinds of things, but that one I don't remember.
Yeah, but it was a Milwaukee thing, but back in the day, Milwaukee used to be the bowling capital of the United States. They had the bowling congress next to my son's high school. It was
Yep,
a big
American
deal.
Bowling Congress.
Yep.
Yep.
Terry Sue said my husband's chores are dishes, trash, vacuuming, and keeping the air decent. Wow.
Yeah, Brian does. Brian does do vacuuming. We have just the three bedrooms that have carpeting, and he does the yard work because I don't have a green thumb whatsoever. And we both, we both do the trash. So, but yeah, he's good to have around. I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah, Dialing for Dollars. Remember that show? Yes,
I
indeed.
do.
I do remember that. Dialing
We're
for Dollars.
aging. I'll tell you, last week I subbed for this team. Brian and I both did on a Friday morning, last Friday. And the two men that we bowled with, they were up in their 80s. And I'm going to tell you, this one guy, he graduated from a high school in the area where I grew up. And I told him, I said, I went to Our Lady of Angels High School. He said, "Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's naming all these bowlers and all these bowling alleys that were in the area back then that aren't anymore. He said, "Do you remember this? That's where I started bowling." Of course, I remember that. It
Wow.
was so funny. It was like, but goodness, he was making me feel old. And here he's probably got me by 15 years.
Wow.
It was pretty funny though, but it was a great time. It was interesting to go down memory lane and talk about all this stuff. It was pretty neat.
Oh yeah, I used to do the bowling like you do the leagues back in the days and the softball and all that stuff. Now, shoot, I watch it on TV. The rare times that I do watch any sports.
Mm-hmm. But the
I
only
remember.
sport that we watch is bowling. Brian doesn't get into football, basketball, baseball, any of that.
Mhm.
He used to be a big NASCAR fan until Dale Earnhardt got killed.
Yeah.
And then he quit watching that because that
Uh-huh.
about killed him.
Yeah.
He was such a fan. He thought, oh, he said, I can't. And he stopped. It didn't excite him anymore. It was like, nope.
Uh-huh.
And he's never been a big sports buff. So I thank goodness for that because I don't get into sports.
Yeah, I have a nephew like that. He's eats, breathes, drinks, sleeps, sports constantly. Sports channels, NFL Network, all that. If he's not listening to it, he's watching it. And in their TVs, they have 3 TVs going at the same time, these sports guys.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo! It's crazy. Yeah, that was sad watching Dale's wreck, Terry Sue
Yeah.
says.
I didn't see it, but I've seen the replays of it, and that was horrifying. But yeah, Brian did see it, and it just he was down and out for weeks after. You would have thought he was related
Oh, man.
because he it really tore him up,
Mm-hmm.
and he was that big of a fan. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Brian has an absolute heart of gold. There was there were a couple times. One time before we got married, we were out and we had he had driven up into Maine and we were by the ocean and on the coast and overlook there's a lighthouse in the distance and we're just talking and everything and then we left there and we stopped at this gas station to get gas and he was getting back in his car and I leaned in towards him just as he was moving his arm and he got me right in the mouth with his ring.
Oh,
And he felt so, he said, are you okay? I am so sorry. He about cried. He thought he hurt me. And it was, I'm like, I'm good. It's good. And then,
oh, man.
oh, he's a very emotional person too, when at different times. But and then it was one time at the store I used to run, we had a real bad snowstorm and icicles were hanging from the roof. I mean, 3 feet long, probably 8 inches wide, real big icicles where I couldn't open my back door to take trash out, put it in the dumpster. So, you could barely get through. So Brian's out there and I go out there. We both have shovels and we're knocking these icicles down. Well, he was down a ways and he smacked one, and one came down and hit me square in the back.
Oh.
And let me tell you, he thought he killed me. He was he's like, he was about in tears. He said, are you okay? I am so sorry. I'm
You know,
good. I'm a little tougher than that. I'm good.
I've heard those horror stories about people. If you want to kill somebody, you kill them with an icicle.
I'll tell you, I at the right angle, I could see it. But it
Yeah.
was like straight down and it just caught me right right behind my neck and my back. And but I was standing straight up and it came straight down. It just nicked and I had my coat on and everything. It was good. But it scared the heck out of him. And
Wow.
I'm like, he felt so bad. It was like, dude, I'm okay. I'm good.
Now, do you get any snow where you live in Kentucky right now? Where I know you
Very
did
little.
when you lived
Like
on
the
the
four
East.
years we've been here, we get snow, but in New Hampshire, you get footage of snow, probably like just like Wisconsin.
Right.
And I have a picture somewhere. I've got to find it of Brian snow blowing, feet of snow in shorts, boots, a jacket unzipped, and a t-shirt underneath.
Wow.
And he had gloves on. The man wears shorts all year long.
Was he that way as a mailman though too, with the shorts?
Yep.
Wow.
I said, you are out of your mind.
Now, last year, who was it? Was it Brian's? One Brian's family member had passed away when you guys couldn't leave your house because of your bad weather. Wasn't that last year? Did you have that ice storm?
His dad passed away, and yes, it was last January, and they postponed the funeral services until February.
Yes.
Yeah, because we couldn't go anywhere. I mean, it was like, and I wasn't driving in the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He got really sick. He had Alzheimer's for a long time, and he didn't know who he himself was, much less who Brian was. But I got to tell you, when we did go to see him before he passed, the last time we were in town before then, we went to see him and we walked in. There was a little community room in the nursing home he was in, and his dad was there sleeping. And Brian went to sit next to him, and he's just sitting there. I have a picture of the two of them together, and it's just, it's great. I need to have that framed for Brian, because he was trying to wake his dad up, and he wouldn't wake up. And I said, just touch his hands, you know. And he did, and his dad opened his eyes, and he looked at Brian, and he had the biggest smile on his face, like he recognized him. And that just put tears in Brian's eyes. And I mean, his dad just smiled and looked at him like, I know you. You know, it was that recognition look in his face. And it was so amazing. Well, you know, his mom had passed a year or so previous to that. And his sister had seen a medium who was it was a friend of a family member or a friend of a friend. And this person told Karen, Brian's sister, that his mom had seen his dad and they were dancing, but it wasn't his dad's time to pass through. So he had to go back. I'm telling you. Ooh. So that day when we were sitting there with his dad, Brian says to his dad, he said, I hear you're dancing with mom. And this big smile on his dad's face. It was almost like he had tears in his eyes, and he was just so happy. And it was like, it was wild.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, it was wild. But
I got goosebumps. Well, I want to say goodbye to Terry Sue. Goodbye, Terry Sue. Good night. Thank you for staying along with us. You're welcome for the entertainment. We had a good time. I know she was probably waiting to listen to your story. That was so good, Cindy. I got goosebumps.
It was wild to sit there and watch that.
Oh,
between the way he looked at his dad, that his dad looked at him, and then after he asked his dad about dancing with mom, it was like, whoa.
Wow.
It was pretty neat.
Now, when Brian's dad died, they say that you get that feeling that when people pass. Like my dad knew. My dad was up on it was a little story here. My dad was up on the ladder at our house when we were growing up, and he said he had to come down. He said, I had to come down because my brother's dying. And then he went to see the hospital, went to the hospital, and he saw his brother pass away because he had got that sense of urgency. I have to go right now. They say that sometimes you experience that.
No,
Wow.
we didn't.
Oh,
There wasn't that with his mom or his dad
mm-mm,
when either one of them died. His mom had dementia, and she had gotten RSV.
mm,
Within days, she was dead
mm,
after contracting RSV. That stuff is nasty.
yeah.
She was taken to the hospital and from the nursing home, and literally within 3 days she was gone.
Oh,
She couldn't breathe. It
yeah.
attacked her lungs instantly. And it was not good. But we couldn't even make it before she passed. I mean, we were trying everything. We had to figure out Max, and we had to do this and that, and then we got the call Saturday morning. We were getting ready to get on the road, and she had passed that morning.
Oh,
So, you know, the good now his mom when we were in town. In fact, after his mom died, we went one more time after that, and that's when we had seen his dad, and the recognition was there. But I I would have questioned a lot of this stuff before I met Brian.
mm-hmm,
After meeting him and going through a lot of weird things in the house, think noises and things like that had gone on in the house that we lived in after his wife passed away.
mm-hmm.
It's just it makes a believer out of you when you experience all this kind of thing. And then I found out my brother, after my dad died, like I said, when I was 25, my brother was 20, and he had a room in the basement of my mom's house. Now, he told our oldest sister this because none of the rest of us would have even believed anything he said. But he said he saw dad on a regular basis and carried on conversations with dad for
Oh,
years.
whoa.
And then, see, dad died in 1983. My mom died in 2002. And after mom died, my brother had told my sister, he says, I saw dad and mom at the foot of my bed. This was the night mom died. And dad told him, you won't be seeing me anymore. This is what I've been waiting for.
Oh,
It's wild, you know? But when you're living in a house where there's heavy footsteps and noise stereos kicking on and off and all this kind of thing that had happened in the house that Brian had, it's like anything is possible. I swear. Anything.
what did Brian's first wife die from?
Cancer. His
Oh,
second wife.
second wife, yeah.
Yeah, it was his daughter's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda was 10 when her mom passed away. She was 12 when we met.
Oh, little.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And his first wife, they were together a year, and she walked out on him, and he had no idea why.
Oh,
Now check this out. This was funny. I had no idea that he was married the first time because we met in October. We got married in February. It was quick. The day we were getting married, I was at their house because we got married at his parents' house in front of the fireplace by a justice of the peace that was a friend of the family. Well, his dad and I were decorating the house. Brian was at work. He wasn't allowed to come home until later. He wasn't allowed to come there until it was time for the wedding. So his mom and I were talking. His dad and I were decorating the house, and his mom called me Sandy. I didn't think anything of it. Sandy, Cindy is close. And then she stepped back and she said, "Oh, that was his first wife's name, Sandy."
Oh, oh my. Oh, that was a
Like I
big
said,
slip.
on our wedding day is when I found out about this person.
Holy cow.
It was pretty funny, but it's her loss. I, without a doubt,
Uh,
that she was pretty stupid to walk out on him.
yeah, I think so, clearly. So often you hear these stories like this, they just all of a sudden abandon, or the people that abandon their kids to go
Mhm.
off and be with some strange guy or just
Mhm.
shenanigans. And then you just wonder, am I that bad? How come this kind of crap happens and guys are falling all over these come back to me, I love you, you're wonderful. They just left you 2 weeks ago and you're begging them to come back. What's wrong
Yeah.
with you?
See, with Brian, he took it very personally. He had no idea why she left. She up and left him while he was at work.
Oh.
And the friends that they had together were no longer his friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he really, really got depressed about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, he had no idea why or what happened. So I don't know how long it was before he went out with his second wife and got involved and got married, remarried. I don't even know how long in between, but I know he took it really hard.
And
And
he only has the one daughter?
yeah,
That's all he is? Okay. Now, does
yeah.
she still live back east?
She is married and lives in Massachusetts.
Oh.
She's in her 30s. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She is married to a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very happy and healthy, and they've been together for many, many years, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have two sons,
Mm-hmm.
both in New Hampshire, six grandchildren. One is in Washington State, and one great grandchild.
Yeah, I know that. That I know. Yep.
That's my baby. He's so cute.
I know the pictures that I've seen. Just that doll. I just love baby pictures. Love
Hmm.
them.
Yeah.
I wish we were closer distance wise with Jack's girls and of course my
Hmm.
son. But he's got the three girls from his previous marriage, and then I have just my one and only son. And yeah, I it's not the relationship that I would have wanted to have at this stage of my life. I like the come to grandma's over the meadow and through the woods to grandmother's house we go kind of relationship with the
Yeah.
kids, but you just you can't get that. I mean, shoot, I try my best, but
Mhm.
there's so many hard feelings from him being married to his ex-wife, and she's very nice to me. She's a lovely lady to me, and I respect her because she's the mother of the girls. So the I didn't cause that divorce. That divorce happened when I didn't even know Jack. So
Mhm.
I wish things would be different, And even with my own family too, it seems as though once the grandparents with Jack's mother had passed away and his grandparents and my parents had passed away, that we all went off in our own different directions and we're not as close as we were once the patriarchs, matriarchs had us bound together. We would always do stuff and we just don't anymore.
That's exactly right. When we were younger, either my mom would hold Thanksgiving and my aunt would hold Christmas, or the next year it would be reversed.
Right.
But those 2 days, we always got together with my aunt and uncle, who are also my godparents, and their kids, my cousins. We would all get together, and then we all started having kids, and then it just got to be too much. So it was like, no, can't do this anymore. And
Mhm.
then when mom died, and there just weren't all the gatherings, even with us sisters and our kids, and it's not the same when the older generation passes on. Like you said, it's not the same at all.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it looks like Michael's yawning. I think he's getting tired. Are you going to be leaving us too, Michael? Is that your way of saying? Oh,
either that or he's bored with the conversation.
oh, that could be. That could be. Michael's a man of few words, but he gets to the point.
But
I like.
Lynn is like, I love that story about Brian's dad recognizing him. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's
And Josephine, I'm off. I'm off to get things done. Beautiful day and night. Jerry, Cindy, Lynn, and Michael. Bye bye, Jojo.
by
Bye bye.
Josephine.
Oh, Michael. Oh, he's eating. That's what it was. I didn't know if you were going like, ooh, but he's
Hmm.
eating. I can't see those little icons or emojis. I can't see them
Cool.
so good. Now that was a yawn, Cindy.
Yes, it was. I'm, I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired.
That's all right. It's perfectly fine.
But
Everybody's saying goodbye, yawning. Michael's saying that was yawning. Yeah, that's true. So maybe we should hang it up. I absolutely enjoyed this little chit chat. I didn't read a lot of the comments, but I made sure I posted them all for
mhm.
everybody to read. I don't know if I'm driving and doing my driving lives. I don't know how to bring back the chat, Cindy. Is there a way to do such a thing?
On the lives that you do, I don't think so.
Yeah.
If so, if you go into one, let me see, go in like you're gonna watch the replay, and where it says comment, see if that will toggle over. If it will, you'll see the live chat. If
Oh,
it doesn't, then it's not available. So
okay, got it. Because if, like Justin, for example, he made the comment. I know Lynn had written down that he made the comment about Costco, but I don't know how to bring up the live chat or the chat of the lives.
and it you know what? It was available because I was able to see it and watch it as I was watching the replay. So
Oh,
where it says comment, just slide that to the left and you'll see the live chat there.
okay. I will give that a shot. I'll
It
give
was
that.
available for me to see from your earlier live stream that I couldn't be part of.
Uh-huh.
But watching the replay, I was able to see the live chat. So yeah, where it says comment, you'll see the like two little dots or three
Okay.
little dots where you can toggle it over and you'll see the live chat.
I've never watched any of my lives back again. I've never watched them just because I was there during it. So it's like I don't want to see it.
Yep. That's why I don't ever want to watch the one from last Friday.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo.
You had to get it out. You just did. But yeah,
But
I enjoyed this and this whole work thing and this second shift. And now I'm debating. Ideally I should be retired at 65, but what's the state of the economy? What's going to happen? I know all of our future is destined, but I don't know if I should stick it out another year or two. It's iffy. Who knows what's going to happen at my place of work?
It's like this. Here's my thought on that. If you like your job, if you're happy with what you're doing, stay with it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, retire.
Mm-hmm.
If you can afford it and you be okay with being home, spending more time with Jack, there's all that to take into consideration. But if you're happy with what you're doing, I say stay with it. Because I enjoy being home, but I've always been a homebody. It never bothered me to be in the house. Even when COVID came about, it did not stress me out that I couldn't go anywhere because I was content at home.
Right.
So, those are things that I would take into consideration. First, can you afford to retire? Do you like your job?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to go part-time?
Yeah, that unfortunately is not possible, but I don't mind it. And they leave me alone. I'm very productive. So they leave me alone, but I'm there to work. I'm not there for shenanigans.
Right.
So yeah, Michael's saying here that he's going to text me this weekend about the watch hours because I learned a lot from him, and I'm grateful for like even the YouTube channel.
Yeah, he helped me out with watch hours too. And I was playing his back then when I got on Tuber Chat.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you did the live, but not because I won tonight.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, it was good. We had a good time. I absolutely enjoyed this. Now I got to go upstairs to contend with this new dog, and this new dog is audible. Where Ladybug, she doesn't bark. She's a calm dog, except if somebody comes to the door. But this one just yipey yipey. I just hope she doesn't teach Ladybug bad habits.
What possessed him to get another dog?
Lord have mercy, girl. You think I would know? I don't even know. I don't even know. Shoot. I don't even know. God help me. And I'm not even Catholic anymore. I don't know. I know when I go upstairs, I'm sure that dog's going to start barking at me. I don't even know what that dog's name is. Dog. Hey, dog.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And of course, I looked at the dog food bowl and that was empty. And I'm thinking, I got to go back to buying 50-pound bags of dog food again. That's the only thing I thought about. I got to buy a big ass dog food because this one, she looks like she's hungry.
Look what Michael just said.
Yeah, let's see what he right here. He's hoping. Yeah, I'm sure of it, Michael. Oh, you're funny, buddy.
And there's Simpson, Cindy, Cynthia. Hello.
Oh, hello. Just stopping on my way to bed. On my way to bed to say hi. Hi. Thanks for stopping in. Have a nice night too. Thank you. We're glad that you showed up.
You all also, because I'm out and I have got to go to bed. I got to get this dog awake and take him out, and then I'm going to bed.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Cindy, I appreciate it. Thank you. Good night to Michael. Cindy says, I'm close to Fort Knox, Michael says. That means there's the money. And how do you pronounce the name? Simon? Simpsons?
Simpson. Her name is Cindy or Cynthia.
Cindy. Thank you for showing up here. And of course, Lynn, Michael, Cindy, and Cynthia, and whoever else is in the chat. There's two more. There's two people, one more in there. That means that's just you and me, Cindy.
Yep.
It's a good night. It's a good night.
Yep.
Take
You
care,
have a good
Michael
one.
says. Have a
Enjoy
good one.
that second dog. Get some pictures.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I got to do it. I'll see ya. Thank
All
you. Love
righty.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.